in the cyber world, the big four are the Chinese, and they outnumber us dramatically. When you take the military, their intelligence services, and the commercial world that augments their staffing, there's hundreds of thousands of Chinese hackers who go to work every day with America in their crosshairs. So China, number one. Russia can't be ignored. We still have everything from political tensions because of the sanctions to geopolitical concerns with the Russia-Ukraine war that we continue to supply lethal munitions to. Russia in close second. Third is the North Koreans. Now, they are basically focused on getting Western currency to evade sanctions. They've gone through and financed their missile and nuclear programs on the backs of cryptocurrency threats, theft. And most of their work is against the cryptocurrency market and banks. They've increasingly shifted away from the banks because of the investment and professionalization there. But they are some of the most creative folks going in cyberspace with the things they've done. And in fact, the Bybit cryptocurrency hack, $1.5 billion, was the biggest theft of anywhere, anytime, of anything on the planet, right? That was a massive theft that they pulled off. And then finally, the Iranians, as I talked, they continue to do globally bad decisions where they don't think much before they step out and act, whether it is critical infrastructure disruption, ransomware, or some nation-state theft of secrets.
Fortunately, in business, fortunately or unfortunately, we have to deal with the OFAC sanctions and the regulations and so on. But you bump up against practical requirements in doing business if you're a multinational. Now, this fellow's point was in asking the question, to who's out to destroy America. It was actually his way of getting out that there's a human component to the cyber aspects. It's not just technological. There's a great deal of on-the-ground human effort, and he pointed to the Russians. He would agree with your ranking, by the way, but he wanted to remind everybody, don't forget about the Russians while we're focusing on China. So,
as we sit in New York City, the city of New York is not responsible to defend against the international ballistic missiles that would come from the People's Liberation Army.